Hi, my name is Chris Aarons, and this is a review of the major blood vessels in the human body that will hopefully help you better understand this topic. To start off, there are two main circulatory systems that include open and closed circulatory. A circulatory is considered closed if the blood is always contained within blood vessels as it circulates. Vertebrates are a perfect example of this, such as human beings. In this system, blood is pumped by a heart through vessels and does not normally fill body cavities. A circulatory system is considered open if blood is pumped into a hemocele, with the blood diffusing back to the circulatory system between cells. Blood is pumped by the heart into the body cavities where tissues are surrounded by blood. This system is common to mollusks and arthropods, as well as other insects and other invertebrates. Now, to move on to the major closed circulatory vessels, we'll start with the capillaries. These walls consist of only vascular endothelium. In other words, they consist only of a single layer of thin, flattened epithelial cells, less than 1 micrometer thick. The lumen can only fit approximately a single red blood cell at a time, and so this allows for proper gas and other material exchange to occur effectively and successfully. These blood vessels are found near every tissue cell, such as the brain and muscle cells. Their numbers, however, are so incredibly high, it is uncountable almost. Capillaries are the principal site where blood releases oxygen, nutrient molecules, hormones, and other materials. They are also responsible for the uptake of waste products from tissues, such as carbon dioxide. Next, arterioles. Their walls consist of vascular endothelium, like that of the capillary, surrounded by an outer layer of smooth muscle, which is under control of the autonomic nervous system. Changes in the lumen diameter can occur, which determines where blood flows. These blood vessels control basically the rate at which blood flows, due to the mechanism known as vasomotor control. They also determine, by controlling diameters of its walls, which capillary beds receive blood flow. Next, we have arteries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart to the rest of the body. The main artery is known as the aorta, attached to the top of the heart. Arteries must withstand high pressure, and so their walls are composed of elastic fibers and layers of smooth muscle. The pressure is so high because blood needs to reach the rest of the body with needed materials such as oxygen to the cells of the body to allow them to keep performing cellular respiration. Next, there are veins. Veins bring the deoxygenated blood that does not have any oxygen, back to the heart, then to the lungs to release carbon dioxide and take up more O2, or oxygen. Blood pressure is much lower in veins than that in arteries, and the walls are much more thin, which expand more easily. A major role veins have is serving as a blood reservoir. Any blood that is not held elsewhere in the circulatory system is held in the veins. Valves are also necessary so that the blood continues in the correct direction toward the heart and that there is no backflow. This is a diagram that shows the major blood vessels and the relative sizes when compared to each other. To answer the question of in which of the circulatory vessels does blood move most rapidly and which does it move most slowly, blood flows at a much higher rate in the arteries simply due to their thick walls and its role in the circulatory system. Due to the high pressure, it forces it to move very fast. Capillaries is where blood moves slowest because material exchange needs to occur, and so blood needs to move slowly to allow this to occur properly. This is a picture depicting the walls of the arteries versus veins. As you can see, the artery has thicker walls, while the vein has much thinner walls and the valve in between to ensure that the blood continues flowing in a proper direction, and the capillaries in the middle.